Hello my dear friends, let me show you what it is blooming, still blooming in my garden. Not many roses I would say, because all the roses are kind of getting ready to go to sleep. It is end of September, the next week is October already. We have like a bit cooler nights now. And I want to show you this rose, which really impressed me. It's Pompeii from Cordes. It is a miniature rose. That is how she looks. Oh, I'm gonna speak a bit louder because it is windy. The whole week it was sunny, but I didn't have time to do anything in the garden. And it's only today, on Saturday. And tomorrow I'm planning to sort out, cut some roses, prune them, and then I need to sort out my lawn because it is up to my knees and lots of work to do. Look at this. It was sunny the whole week, but it's very typical because I was working, and when it is weekend it is raining. Okay, what can we do? Look at this Pompeii Cordes, very healthy rose. Look at the foliage, shiny foliage. No. Hello, Atos. No any diseases. It's really nice and beautiful, and the color is stunning. It's a bit coral. Let me show you here. Beautiful color. And for this season she impressed me with her bloom. Next to it is Jean Cocteau. Oh my god, I love this rose. And look at the amount of buds. I don't know if they're all gonna open in this weather. I hope it is. Wonderful Pompeii and Jean Cocteau. My recommendation is like Jean Cocteau, must have. Pompeii, you know what, people who doesn't have probably space in the garden and you can keep, one or two pots, and you think about what rose shall I plant in a pot, that is the rose for you. She's gonna look wonderful in a pot. Pompeii for this rose. I'm really in love with these dahlias. They just make me smile. They're so cute. And Jubilee Prince de Monaco. Don't pay attention to these dying flowers. Just gonna prune them today or tomorrow, depending if we're gonna have rain or not. And let me show you this, which is rose called Gorgeous. It was a bit, I had many thoughts before I get this rose, thinking the shape of the bush of Rose Gorgeous is not really for 3 roses, but I was wrong, and I highly recommend to have this rose as a tree rose. She looks absolutely wonderful, and look how many buds she got, and it is end of September. Absolutely beautiful rose. Other roses, they're kind of getting ready to sleep, but let me show you here. Look at this. It's Spicy Perfumer, and by the breeder name it's Grossherzogin Luisa. I hope I pronounced it right. And it is a oh wow, perfume collection rose, and she's doing wonderful. The only thing is with this rose I can't say doesn't like rain, probably she doesn't, but it's only the outer petals kind of like damage. If it is still in a bud, I can show you here. But actually, when she opens fully, it is okay. You can see it here as well. There is Spicy Parfuma. I've got her as a half standard 3 rose, and I think she is 3 or 4 years old. First I was thinking she's not, you know, like I was saying, oh no, she's definitely not for 3 rose, but year by year I'm changing my mind a bit. Oh, Atos is asking to throw him a ball, and I kind of like it now. It's not too bad, isn't it? I just love the color. I just love the rose itself. I like the size. And look at the amount of flowers at this time. It's wonderful. Elizabeth, by the way, do you have also problem in your gardens with the aphids? I have quite a lot of them at this season. Trying to sort this out, to brush them off. And that is all the best. Oh, my brother, just one. Love this rose. There is no smell at the moment, probably because it is windy. And you can see here it's Mocha Rosa as a 3 rose, but look at her. I don't think it was the best decision to have her as a 3 rose. I love the flowers of Mocha Rosa, and I think as a bush rose she's doing much better, because look at this. Yeah, and she is prone to black spots. I wouldn't recommend to plant in a shady area, because she gets black spots and powder mildew very quick if it is a bit shady area. She prefers a bit sunny locations. That is why don't plant her like me in a shady area. Probably the best is to plant in the sunny areas. Okay, let's go and see what else we have. Oops. Okay, on this part of the garden don't have a lot of them blooming. That is Olivia. Olivia is doing well. Very good. Very good, Olivia. And here we have Briosa. It's Italian rose. It seems like she also like kind of like end of season. She's doing better when it is end of season. There is no smell, but it's also a very good version to have in a pot. I have here the Japanese, but you can see she's quite damaged because of the rain. This Japanese rose called like French dress, French gown. If you translate it, it is very difficult rose. I wouldn't recommend this rose for newbies, for people who just started to grow roses. Yeah, she's a bit naughty. Okay, and we're gonna go in other side of the garden, because I got more flowers on the other side. Oh, she's stunning, isn't she? Pompeii. And what do we have here? Here is, of course, And look how healthy this rose is. One of the healthiest in my garden. Super trooper. And the color. There is no scent. I'll show you. This rose, it's very and very rare I see the black spot or any disease on this rose. It is so healthy. Super trooper. It is perfect to have as a tree rose, perfect to have as a bush. It's just wonderful, wonderful, healthy rose. The only downside could be, but it is from my experience, probably in your garden gonna be a bit different. In my garden, this rose, I can't say she's like prolific and blooming all the time. I can't say that. She got like very clear waves, and this is her third wave, and you definitely very clear, you know which wave it is. I mean, it is prolific, but it's not like a constant bloomer. You can see the amount of buds, and look how healthy. Look how healthy she is. It is no problem at all. As I said, I've got aphids to sort out, but it's only on just on one bud on this rose. Normally I don't see aphids on this rose, but it is the healthiest rose in my garden. Oh, let me show you here, down here, Usheki Kiran. I did a short video about this rose, and as I mentioned before, that is the wall from the garage which saved this rose from the strong wind. But you see, she's actually doing really well, because how long ago did I take that video? Maybe 2 weeks ago, and it's still looking good. Let me come here, and that is the Elizabeth David Austin rose. She's probably what, 120 now, 120 centimeters. I'm not really good in inches. I use meters and centimeters. And she's wonderful, isn't she? Oh, I love the color. I love this rose. One of the best creation, I think, in David Austin. She's a bit like falling down, as you can see, but I love this kind of way of growing. And that is here Leonardo da Vinci French rose as a tree rose. These ones damaged because of rain, but they are probably 3 weeks old. And as I mentioned in the previous videos, these tree rose is in a quite shady area. It wasn't any other option, to be honest. But Leonardo da Vinci, if you want to grow as a tree rose with like a bushy grow, like a, you know, like a ball shape kind of like head, then you probably better to plant it in a sunny areas. But mine end up being due to some circumstances, it ended up being in this location. But I kind of like it, because the stems growing towards, kind of like looking for sunshine and for the sunlight, and then they grow this way, as you can see, and it's actually doing pretty beautiful. Nice. I kind of like it. And this rose survived. As you can see from the inside, there's old not growing foliage, because I was actually thinking that this rose not gonna survive, but she did. And end of September, beginning of October, look how she is looking like. But this one, bright smiles. These roses make you smile. Probably that's why it's been given the name Bright Smiles, because it's a wonderful name for this rose. And she makes you smile, I don't know, the whole year round. I'm not sure about winter, I will be very surprised. But from June until now, it never stops blooming. Never stops blooming. Now it's kind of like at the end of the stems, but if you look on my previous videos, normally this rose is kind of covered in flowers. Absolutely stunning rose, healthy, wonderful, and I wouldn't surprise if she's gonna, you know, bloom until December. There is here is a Coral Lyons rose, or Coral Gardens, I think the second name, known in the UK. And please don't pay attention to these ones, I'm gonna prune them today. And look at that. Still got flowers and shiny and healthy. Yeah, and as you can see, aphids. This is what is my task for today. One of the tasks, to deal with it, to brush them off. And Pomponella. Pomponella really likes the end of season. Look at her. She is actually waking up now. She looks much better than she actually looked summertime. And she keeps blooming and blooming. And like, she doesn't care about, you know, cloudy or a bit chilly nights. She kind of loves it. I've got some other roses coming, and it's gonna be her first ever bloom, because I was actually thinking I'm gonna lose this rose. What's the name? Jean de la Fontaine, I think it is. Yes, it is a French rose by Meon. I was waiting and waiting. I was praying to save this rose. It seems like she's doing good, and I'm expecting the flower. I don't know if it is raining, am I gonna see that flower? I hope I am. Jean de la Fontaine. Okay, this is how it looks at the moment. These dahlias are wonderful. Very beautiful dahlias. This is how it looks. And let's see what else. And here we have Chanda's Beauty. And you know, the Chanda's Beauty have the most amazing smell. This rose planted in a very and extremely windy area. Here is constantly windy. And look how she is growing. And look at this bud, how beautiful this bud is. I love Chanda's Beauty. It is a Harkness rose, English rose. Very classic shape of the flower, and one of the strongest smell, and very, very healthy. Also constant bloomer. Very nice rose. And I don't have here as much. And this one is the corpse road devoted to Royal Marines. Stripy color, very beautiful rose as well. And that is the French rose as well. It is Natal. I'll write it because it's a French pronunciation. I'm not sure how to pronounce it right. And it's also beautiful rose with the, I can't say nice smell. I mean, it is nice, but I can't say she actually smells. But also it's quite old roses, maybe 2 weeks old, and it is very windy. Maybe it is one of the reasons why there is no smell. I want to show you these dahlias. My god, they are beautiful. I had lots of them. I just cut them and took to work, and everyone actually liked it. Me too. I love this. Look at the color. And look at this one here. Let me show you. She's wonderful, isn't she? Beautiful, beautiful dahlia. That is how what is blooming at the moment in my garden. Yes, Atos. And I wish everyone a wonderful day. Enjoy your weekends with a cup of tea, maybe Netflix on, and I'm gonna do some garden work, and see you soon. And please take care of your health. That is very important for you and for everyone who's around you. Bye bye.